thought I'd do one more comparison video for tonight, and then I'll do the other four tomorrow. But this one is between the EOS Orange Blossom? Yeah, I almost said Orange Sunrise and was like, wait, that's not right. I'm looking at it on this. And the Mango Sunrise, which I'm only comparing to because it smells pretty much the same as this one, even though it's supposed to be mango. So let's get started. Format-wise, the EOS obviously is of the dome format, whereas the chapstick is just a stick, as the name would imply. Packaging-wise, this is just a sort of mac and cheese orange color is the best way of describing it, I think, and has little wings around the EOS logo because it is from the Rachel Roy limited edition collection of 2014. And then this one is limited edition from the Tropical Paradise collection, which is still in stores, so you shouldn't have a problem finding it yet, even though they've been selling it since spring of last year. And the packaging, normal logo, and then it's got this very sunrisey sort of color scheme and little mangoes along the cap here. And why is my camera out of focus? There we go. So, that's the packaging for that. This is natural and organic, this is synthetic. They're both limited edition, but this one much more so than this one. This one you can still find in a store. This one, basically, unless you're at an Ulta location that still has some of these sets left over, good luck finding it. The amount of product you get. In the EOS, it's 1/4 of an ounce. In the chapstick, it is, let me double check real quick, 0.15 ounces. So, yes, you get more in the EOS, which I think anyone could guess just by looking at these two products side by side. Shelf life on them, this is good till June of next year. And this, I don't believe, has an expiration date on it. I'm double checking real quick. Let's see here. Nope, not seeing one. So I think this one kind of just stays good indefinitely as long as it doesn't start taking on odd odors, flavors, appearance, anything like that. As long as it looks and smells and everything normal, it's probably fine. Price point on these, because the EOS was from a 3-pack set, it went for $9 or $10 depending on where you bought it. The chapstick was actually also from a 3-pack set, but it was a much cheaper 3-pack set, which makes sense since you do get less product with these. I believe that one on average was retailing for about $7 in store, but I don't remember what I paid for it because I ended up getting mine on eBay because I was impatient. And that. So, as with most things in life, since as I don't drive, that's usually my mode of getting a hold of stuff. The sturdiness of these, the EOS is obviously the rubberized plastic in EOS always is, so I mean, it'll hold up, it's not gonna like break on you, but it is prone to scratching, whereas the chapstick is a much harder plastic and everything, but you do have to worry about the turn knob on the bottom of it potentially breaking, like, you know, exactly what happened with mine. It will not go down further than that, and I had to cut off a little bit of the end because I tried to smush it back down, and it didn't end up well. So that happens. That actually happens quite a bit with Chapstick brand. That's one thing that I'm not so impressed with them, but I do love their products, so I put up with it anyway. So you have to worry about that, and potentially with the labels peeling off, but that usually is not an issue for me, so I wouldn't worry too hard about that. Special features. This is not medicated and does not have SPF. This one's not medicated, but it might have SPF. Let's take a look at it. Actually, no, it doesn't. So, no medication and no SPF in this guy either. So, they're both clear. Scent-wise, the EOS smells like a glass of orange juice. And it's quite lovely. Although, because it's been stored for so long with the pink grapefruit one, it has admittedly picked up a little bit of the pink grapefruit scent. This one, I actually got it up, but oh, gross. I hit it to my nose, and it hit it. Ew. But, yeah, it almost smells identical to the EOS. They both just smell like orange juice, which is a really nice smell, and they're about equal in terms of how strong the scent is, so I would say they are 100% on par with each other there. They both go on totally clear, although the wax color itself, in this one, it's not that fair to say because this used to be a much more vibrant color than it has become. Now it just looks like a normal EOS color, but when I first got this, it was so freaking orangey, guys. I literally wrote to EOS to ask them if it was okay to use because I thought something was wrong with it. But no, it's because they use orange concentrate in this one, and I guess that must have either settled or dissipated some or something, but it faded, so there's that. And in this guy, as I showed you before, it's a very peachy-ish light orange color. In terms of taste, this one has a very subtle but distinctly orangey taste. This guy, though, doesn't really have a taste, admittedly. Consistency-wise, they're actually very similar to each other. The chapstick I found, at least if you only put a little bit of it on, is thinner than the EOS is, but we all know how I apply any lip product, so I don't put it on as thin as most people do, so therefore for me it is actually about on par with them both aligning as medium thickness lip balms. They're both really rich and creamy and smooth, and they're kind of the greasy format, which is okay, I don't mind that. But yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know, I feel like I may be the only one who likes that sometimes, but I'm cool with it anyway. But yeah, so they feel really similar, and I didn't realize that till today when doing this comparison video, come to think of it. So there is that. In terms of moisturization, it's hard to say which one does a better job. They actually are kind of on par with each other on that too. And, in terms of shine factor, let me glance in the mirror real quick, because I actually have the chapstick on right now. Okay, there's finally a considerable difference. The chapstick is actually quite a bit shinier than the EOS is on, so there's that. But in terms of longevity, the EOS lasts longer, at least with this one, just on its own. With the drink test, I feel like the chapstick holds up a bit better to a wider variety of drinks, whereas this particular EOS only really kind of holds up to water, and that's about it, and it kind of comes off with everything else. Obviously, the chapstick does too, to some degree, but it stays better then, if it makes sense. But yeah, so overall, I feel like this one is another tie between these two, and I feel like that's such a cop-out to do, but they really are a lot more similar than I considered before this. They really are alike. The only big difference I would say is if you feel more strongly about using an organic product, or if you don't want to use an organic product because of the potential for mold, that might be your deal breaker, but otherwise I would say these are kind of interchangeable, and you could really use one or the other and not feel like you're missing out on a whole ton. Like, if you can't find one or the other, I wouldn't stress too hard over it because they are really, really similar. So anyway, that's about all I have to say on this one. So, as usual, if you like this video, click the like button. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Leave comments down below. Do you have this one? Do you have this one? Do you have both of them? Which one do you like better and why? Let me know down below in the comments, as well as what you'd like to see me review the most next, and anything else you'd like to leave me. Until next time, bye!